So the thumbnail picture, the author says at the bottom of the picture, music like the ocean can speak without words. Today I want to capture the idea of be still. How do we do that? Because our mind is so active. So I want to tell you a little bit about how I came to a simple process of learning to kind of quiet the mind down and to be still. Now, the whole scripture line that comes from be still and know, be still and know. And the line goes on, that I am. Be still and know that I am. That directive is really central to mind management, to wisdom, to understanding. But most of all, the things that we talk about here is to learn how to manage your own mind, how to gain control, if you will, over the living process so that you can achieve the things that you want, so that you stay focused on a task. It all centers around the ability to do mind management, no matter what's happening and what's happening around you. And there are some simple little processes that can help us focus our attention, focus our mind, and begin to develop a habit of finding that inner calmness and inner stillness, no matter what's happening around you. Now, I think my microphone's probably filtering out the sound, but there is a helicopter going by as I'm doing this. And I was like, do I pause? Do we delete it out? And no, I want all of that as part of the teaching today so that you can develop the habit of you notice things and then you stop noticing. You come back into the center or the focus. Now, I'm behind this beautiful rock that I have in part of my yard. When I have to mow the lawn, it's great because there's a section I don't have to do. I just kind of go around it. But it represents this idea of stillness. It's just there. Doesn't do anything, doesn't say anything, but it has been there for thousands and thousands of years. Just just there. It was there when the family that was here before we took over this place. It was there before them. I think there's been two families in the house, the original owners, who did some of the expansions in the house, and then we came and did some more. So it's been watching, it's been observing the shifts and changes in the home. But like Old Man River, doesn't say anything, doesn't do anything. It just keeps rolling, and in the song just keeps rolling along. But it must know something. Must know something. There's this there's this wisdom in nature. We've talked a little bit about it before, but I really want to focus on this phrase of being still and quieting the mind and body. Um, Over the years, it's taken a while. I have a little ADD going on. My my mind and brain kind of bounce around on different things and notice different things and kind of easily distracted. But I want you to know, if that's you, there are ways to focus one's attention to eventually develop a sense of stillness and quiet within mind, within your heart, within your body, and how you're paying attention to life, how you're paying attention to yourself without all of the distractions. And that is, of all the different psychological keys, all the different spiritual keys, the key to abundance in all areas of your life, keys to living a meaningful life, um, the whole attention these days, and law of attraction and law of assumption. The key that unlocks the door that makes all of that happen, whether you're an Abraham Hicks follower or Neville Goddard, or any of them. I reread Waddles again the other day. That book is now on my desk underlined, and I have another copy for the bed, because it's like every sentence just drips with wisdom and revelation, if you will. I don't know. I've read it before. It didn't have the same impact that it did recently, and I can see it really kind of finishing some ways in which my brain's been rewiring itself. It just confirms that whole process, and just developing new thought patterns and new habits of thought. And that's really what we're talking about in this video, is developing a habit of thought that's different from what it normally is. Now, those of you, I saw it in my kids, those of you who are raised on Sesame Street, all of us are at this point somewhat ADD. They very intentionally and purposefully jumped each segment quite quickly. So it was focused, distraction, focus, distraction, focus, distraction, and kind of moving around the set with all these different uh, things that happen. They took Mr. Rogers to the next level, so to speak, in terms of distracting us. And that creates a habitual brain pattern where we sort of jump, we listen. So when somebody said, well, you have to just be still and focus, one of my mentors and teachers early on said, well, Tom, you got to learn this meditation of just focusing. And I said, well, I don't, the Zen mind, it's like I can't empty all the thoughts. It's like, how do I do that? And he said, well, you can start, block your ears, get something to just silence the sounds around you, and then use the breathing pattern. I'm going to teach you a different one than what he taught me, because this is so much more effective. And it was good for a while, and it worked for a while, and I found it helpful. But then Jose Silva came out with very popular in the, I guess, late 60s, early 70s, the Silva mind control. Everybody, oh, mind control. No, it's really controlling your thoughts, how to quiet down the mind's activities. Uh, brilliant man, electrician, uh, taught methods in that. If you haven't taken the course, Mind Valley teaches it. There's lots of places where you can learn that method. Heightens your intuition, um, fore visions, past visions. It's a wonderful, simple to learn system. Um, so I recommend Silva Mind Control. We're going to use a couple little pieces of it for finding the key that unlocks kind of everything, which is be still. Starts with being still. Be still, adds to it, and know that I am. That is, and you are. Now I know where it's in the whole scriptures is be still and know that I am God. But you're made in the image of God. The creating life force is you. Now you're not the big version of it, okay? You're not casting stars across the sky and creating new galaxies and all of that. Uh, I, Maybe you have the brain power to do that, or the mind power to do that. I hope that what this will do is help you become aware of the power of your mind and imagination that you do have, and that once it's focused, it's like the laser. It's like taking this huge light all around and everywhere, and being able to focus it down. And we know the power of lasers. because it can cut through anything, right? It's that focused power of light and light energy, unlimited. Same with you when you focus it. And how do you do it? Be still and know. So how do we get there? How do we get to the stillness? How do we become like this rock behind me here? How do we, as we listen to music or the ocean, understand at another level what it's saying to us? The simple process of being still. If you need earplugs to practice it for a while, do it. After a while, you're going to allow the sounds to come and go. We'll go through that in a minute. Stay tuned. How to let the distractions come, you notice them, and then you let them go. Thoughts come, notice them, let them go. And stay centered, stay like the rocks. Or if you want the idea of moving in your mind's eye, in your imagination, get on that river and just gently float on the river without having to do anything or be anywhere. And I would suggest starting off with short little time segments. And as I walk you through the process at the beginning, we'll stop. So you have an idea of, well, what do I need to do? How do I do this? And then we'll go deeper and deeper and deeper. So how do we do this? How do we just get still? Pick a time, pick a place. Again, because we're creatures of habit, I would suggest that you find a time that you can do this over the next few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. It takes, say, 21 days or so for something to move from conscious competency into unconscious competency. So that transition point, for most of us, is about a 3-week process. So how do we do it? Well, first, find a time. It doesn't, it's like, oh, Tom, I can't do it at 7 o'clock every morning, or I can't do it at 5 o'clock every afternoon. Well, what's the time that you could, at most, 15 minutes? Start off with, it's going to be less than a minute. We're going to build it up 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So is there a particular time of the day where there's a lull that you can just grab 10 minutes? How about after lunch before you go back to work? I don't want to do this in the car because you're going to close your eyes. So if you're driving, operating heavy machinery, this is not the time to do this one. Okay. So what do? Just take a nice, long, slow, deep breath in and out. Bring most of your awareness to your body and feel gravity holding you and grounding you. I happen to be standing, so I'm feeling it down through my whole body and down into the ground. If you're sitting, same thing, just sit, feel your body in the chair or the couch or whatever you're sitting on. If you have a backrest, lean back into it, feel that. Just go down, down, and allow gravity to hold you to the point where you're not sinking anymore. You're feeling a little bit of a lift. It's like lifting you up. Excellent. Now, another long, slow, deep breath in and out. Let your eyes close. And just relax for a moment there in your closed eye position. You may notice that you begin to see some things. We have this magical eye that can sort of see internally with our eyelids closed. Different images, taking thoughts and turning them into pictures. You could just use that picture of the fellow in the boat and or in your mind's eye, imagine yourself someplace. It could be at the beach, on a mountain, looking out over the mountain range, hill, looking out over the valley, or looking out over the garden. Wherever you can kind of is familiar to you that you've been before, you can see it and just sort of visualize it behind, from the inside, kind of behind your eyelids, your closed eyes. Everybody can do this. We can picture things in our head. Now, if you haven't practiced it, you might say, oh, Tom, I can't do that. I've tried. Blah, blah. No. This is not trying. This is doing. And it's just seeing it. seeing it like on the screen. If not, create in your mind's an imagination that you can see a screen and there are pictures on it. You can imagine yourself going into a theater. You've all been to a movie, I'm assuming. You remember walking into the theater, you find a seat, you sit down, the lights are on, there's something dancing on the screen, they're doing commercials or whatever, and then eventually the theater darkens a little bit, and then the main movie begins. That's what we're doing. We're at that point where you're just seeing a specific thing on the screen. Excellent. And then just kind of breathe in and out again, and picture the number 3 on the screen. Let it fade, reappear, 3, fade, reappear, 3. Now, if you want to have some fun with it, you can have it move off in a different direction. You can have it explode. You can have it just disappear. But you see the number 3, 3 times, let it go, release it. And the number 2, 3 times, 2, 2, 2. And then the number 1, 1, 1, 1. And then just let the screen be blank. Excellent. If you've been using deep breathing, just normal breathing now. We've done that. Begin a relaxation process. Start with your eyes and your eyelids and just notice they've been closed now for a while. You've been looking at this. See if you can deepen the feeling of relaxation where they close down and they are shut tight. Now, you know, you can open them, but for right now, totally relaxed. Relaxed all those muscles. Now, eyelids are fun because it connects you to the subconscious. Because during the day, thousands of times your eyes blink, releasing tears and keeping the surface of the eye moist. If something comes at your eye, we reflectively close our eye to protect the eyeball, or they close the lid to protect the eyeball, okay, or the eye. So now you're overriding all that, closing your eyes, keeping it closed. And I know some of you are looking and watching me, and that's fine. And then some of you now are going to get curious. So what's Tom doing? And opening your eyes. But if you want to just leave them closed, leave them closed. We're going to all close our eyes here in a moment to finish this off. But it's the idea of really relaxing the eyelids. Now, sometimes when you do this, they'll just shut right down, tight, closed, like a heavy garage door. Boom, down and closed. Or a barn door sliding across, closed, it's done. Other times as you close them, it'll be more like a roll top desk where the lid comes across and slowly rolls down, and then the gravity pulls each of those oak slats more and more until the desk just rolls down. So it's, remember those old curved desks, it just rolls down. Lid, let it roll down, let it close. Now with your lid closed, and that feeling of relaxation, see if you can deepen it so it's like a wet washcloth hanging over your eye. Just loose and limp. The whole thing is just loose and limp. That's it. Then move that relaxation across your face, jaws. If you're a clenched jaw person, see if you can relax that jaw a little bit. Down through your face, neck, back, shoulders, deltoid muscles, biceps, triceps. Just let your arms drop down. That's it. Through your chest, abdomen, nice and soft. Hips, thighs, hamstring, down through the knees, down into your shins and calves, down into your feet. It's nice and relaxed, nice flow of energy through the top of your head, all the way down through. No resistance, just let it flow. Develops its own pattern. Then the energy down into the earth. Go on down into the earth. Go down to the core and feel that boiling energy and vitality from the center of the earth, and let it now come back up. It's cooling, it's comfortable, comes back up, comes up through your feet, or if you're in a building, through the floor that your feet are on, up through your feet. If you're outside like me, up through the ground right into your feet. And if it's a summer's day like this, barefoot, just like me. Let it come right up through legs, body, out through the top of your head. And think of it like a fountain of energy. And then just let it come all around you. Just surround yourself in that feeling, energy, and vitality. And then very slowly, and again in your mind's eye, you can see the numbers, or if you want to more of a physical and you want to embody it in your body, imagine yourself gently walking down a beautiful staircase. It's 10 steps, it's safe, there's a railing, it's safe. You just step down one at a time, beginning with step number 10, then 9, 8, 7. Going deeper and deeper now. Relaxation's deepening, mind is quieting. It's becoming rock-like, solid, steady. 6, quiet and steady. 5, quiet and steady. Whatever sounds may be around you, just quiet them. Stop listening to them. Just focus on the numbers, focusing on the steps. It's easy. Next step. And finally, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just enjoy this moment of deep quiet, peacefulness. Any thoughts that come, let them come and go. Move them off the screen. Just let them slide off. Feelings and some sensations, notice them and release them. Relax and let them go. Just be still. Move into knowing. Recognize all that you do know. A lifetime of life experience. You may not fully understand it. Just know. Feel the I amness of your being and your connection. I am alive. Connection to life. Imagine that old river that just keeps rolling along. Doesn't say anything, doesn't do anything. It's like the ocean. The waves just keep coming in quietly, running along the shore. The sound rippling from one side to the other as it moves from above down below the shoreline. Slowly breathing in and out. And for now, that's enough. Let me count you back up, but just simple 1, 2, and 3. Let your eyes gently open. Let yourself gently be here now, be present. Keep practicing that a little bit. Get it longer and longer and longer. If you find that you fall asleep, set an alarm. Give yourself 5 minutes at a time, 10 minutes at a time, and just slowly expand what it is that you're doing until You've practiced so much that you feel like this rock back here, or the way the sun has been coming slowly, slowly, slowly over more of me. I'm out of the shade now. I'm in the light. It's a beautiful metaphor for this process. You will slowly move from being still. The knowledge base will continue to grow, and know that I am. That sense of I amness, aliveness, life itself surrounding you, as well as being within you and coming from you out into the world. We'll practice this more later. It's a very simple process. It's one of the processes that we'll cover in the workshop I'm doing at the end of the month, beginning in September. Come and join us there. We're going to add some more things to it. I love having you in there, and we'll go through it. Just finished a completion of a journal that we will use, a way of beginning and closing the day. Lots of things that we're going to talk about in there that I think will help you live a deeper, richer, more meaningful, exciting, energetic, enlivened life. Come join me. In the meantime, see the light, let the light just kind of flow in through you. Practice this. Let me know how it works for you. Put some comments down below. And as always, subscribe, share. Anybody that you know that might enjoy something like this or needs to use something like this, although that's really not what we're here to do, is to tell people how to live their lives. We have enough just to do our own. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the time you spent with me today. Namaste.